Hello, Facebook friends. It's Carla, your online doctor, with today's Live in 5. Today is Wednesday, September 18th. It is 5:02 p.m. Check out my new watch. Actually, it's an old watch. I just changed the band. I'm liking it. So that's just my fun thing for the day. Anyway, we started talking yesterday about the deaths related to vaping. Hello, Gloria. Hello, Cecilia. I believe there was another death yesterday. I haven't had a chance to look it up, but this is becoming really serious, guys. Yes, you're watching me live, Cecilia. Yay. Hello, Susanna. Okay, so let's continue. We started talking yesterday, and I told you about the American Medical Association's comment to the FDA and their basically demand for some changes. So let's continue with the FDA's response to this, okay? First, they said it's a top priority and that they need more information whether a relationship exists between specific products or substances and the reported illnesses. Okay, to me that's a cop-out, but again, they have to follow, I guess, specific guidelines to make sure that there's a true relationship. I mean, I think that's pretty obvious if you ask me. They go on to say that they are aggressively enforcing the law when it comes to the epidemic of youth and the use of e-cigarettes. They are trying to educate by having youth-focused prevention messages on TV, digital platforms, posters in high school bathrooms, etc. The president announced last week, the president of the United States, he plans to have all flavored e-cigarettes other than tobacco-flavored ones removed from the marketplace. As part of his plan, the FDA intends to finalize a policy in the coming weeks that would prioritize enforcement efforts to clear the market of unauthorized products. More details will be announced soon. So as I find out more, I will pass it along to you. But this is coming from the head of the United States government, and obviously it's gotten his attention. This is not a minor issue. This is a major issue affecting the United States, and I'm sure other places in the world, but the United States is getting hit very hard. The FDA issued a warning letter to lead e-cigarette maker Juul for marketing products as a safer alternative to cigarettes. Juul states that e-cigarettes are 99% safer than tobacco cigarettes, or sometimes even marketed as totally safe, and marketed this way to kids. Hey Stuart, hey Nancy, how you guys doing? That is completely false. Obviously, the FDA ordered Juul to respond in 15 working days with corrective actions, and that failure to comply could result in fines, seizures, or injunctions. Okay, that's pretty strong. Some people would think it's not strong enough, but I think as a federal government agency, that's pretty darn quick that they're addressing it. The FDA says that Juul can't make claims its products are safer than cigarettes. Regardless of where products like e-cigarettes fall on the continuum of product risk, the law is clear that before marketing tobacco products for reduced risk, companies must demonstrate with scientific evidence that the specific product does in fact pose less risk or is less harmful. Juul has not done that. They are just marketing their product, and that is their sales pitch. They have no scientific evidence to prove that they are that much safer than tobacco. Clearly, they are not. So this is a false claim, and the FDA will crack down on them, and if they don't comply, they could theoretically shut them down. If the disturbing rise in youth e-cigarette use continues, especially through the use of flavors that appeal to kids, which to me is just frightening, the FDA said we will take even more aggressive action. Okay, the problem with the flavors is that there is no benefit to a flavored e-cigarette. Okay, other than as a marketing tactic. If you are trying to quit smoking and you are already familiar with the taste of tobacco, then a tobacco flavored e-cigarette with decreasing amounts of nicotine to wean yourself off of it was the intended purpose when these e-cigarettes were invented, if you want to use those words. Okay, the flavors are clearly a marketing tactic to get people to become addicted, specifically children, because they will be addicted for life and will be longtime customers for these wonderful companies. Senators and other government people are saying that education is not enough, enforcement is needed. Now, is there real action to ban flavored e-cigarettes? Okay, so what's been done so far? New York State's governor plans to advance new legislation to make them illegal in the state of New York. The Campaign for Tobacco-Free Kids took aim at the FDA for not banning them already. Michigan governor says they will be the first state to ban the sale of flavored e-cigarettes. The ban there will give sellers 30 days to comply and will last for a period of 6 months. And the governor of Michigan will be able to renew that ban every 6 months until the federal government bans it nationwide. But that is their plan, is to be the first state. San Francisco mayor has banned e-cigarette sales in the city completely already. No surprise, San Francisco happens to be one of those cities where they're kind of ahead. California in general as a state is ahead of the national government on a lot of issues having to do with natural health and things like this. Marijuana was another one. Many states will follow suit, but the FDA must take the lead, right, on this epidemic before more fatalities occur. And I wrote this last week, and unfortunately, like I said, there was another fatality yesterday. So I think the fatality number is up to 7 since August. Okay, since the beginning of August. That's not even 2 months. Okay, that may not sound like a lot of deaths compared to the number of people who die from tobacco every year, but this is something new and something has changed or been added or whatever, whether it's the vitamin E acetate oil or something else. This has become a market open to a lot of people who can tamper with stuff and do all kinds of things that are not controlled by the government, and the government needs to really take this by the horns and stop this right now. So I will keep you posted on what's happening. Again, this is very frightening. If you know anybody that vapes, please tag them in today's video and yesterday's. Share them on your page, tag them on your page, however you want to do it. I also have them on YouTube on my Oily MD channel, so you can always grab the link from there and share it that way. But this is real. So if you're concerned about family or friends who are vaping, this is the way that you can express your concern. So on that note, guys, this is real. All right. And it's new. This fatality thing, it's just very, very scary. There's been a lot of injuries related to vaping, but now the death toll is starting to creep up, which is pretty scary. So I will be back with a different topic tomorrow, which was supposed to be my topic today, but I thought this was more important. So I will continue tomorrow, and we will be back tomorrow at 5 p.m. for another Live in 5.